right to participate in your own liberation, your own freedom on your own terms. Does that make sense? Can you say it? The right to what? To participate in one's own liberation. To liberate, to free yourself. Right? That's like when people who are incarcerated, who became jail cell, they call them jailbirds, they became their own lawyers. Right? That they need to participate in their own liberation. The right to maintain the dignity of my family. Some people said, no, I'm taking my family, we're getting on the bus and we're leaving. Right? We will not be coerced, manipulated, fear put in us. The right to resources that I have worked for. My grandmama, my great-grandmama, even some of my cousins who are still down south, they're underpaid. Never got a pension. My granddaddy, who was 85 when he passed, when I used to drive him back to Mississippi, he had friends still working because they were underpaid under segregation. They didn't get pensions, and they were trying to make ends meet, right? So you have a right to, like when you work and they don't give you the money for your full hours you worked for, what do? So, right? You say, wait, my check is short. I worked 8 hours, right? So you have a right to the resources that you've earned. Or under segregation and sharecropping, they would underpay people for the work who were working sun up to sundown, try to cheat them out of their money. And if you spoke up, if you knew math, this is one reason why they kept you out of school, not just reading and writing, but arithmetic. You said, wait, Mr. John, I've been keeping, it seems like you owe me $5. What, boy, you challenging me? And they would get rid of you, right? The right to participate in a political life in your community or nation. So if you can't vote, yes, ma'am.
Oh, I thought we had to repeat everything.
Okay, let's repeat. From the first one? No, let's do it. The right to participate in what? My own liberation. Liberation, my freedom. The right to maintain dignity of my family. The right to resources. For which I worked for. Right? The right to participate in political life in my community. That's why the right to vote, when they keep changing where you can vote, or no, you can't vote if you don't have a license. You can't vote because you've been to jail. You have the right to vote in the political life. The people who are making decisions on or not of your behalf. Does it make sense? Yeah. So why aren't there more students on school board? If the school is serving students, why are not enough students in city council? City is making decisions about the youth and the teen in the city. Right? You got to ask, can you put more youth on the council? The right to control our own institutions.
The right to control our own institutions.
Do you know what some of the first businesses were for blacks?
And the BCP.
Cutting hair.
The barbershop, the beauty salon. They used to have reading clinics where they would teach people to read because when they were coming in, or the churches, right? That's our own business. We can control what happens there. And the right to mobility. When she said the right to move about, to be mobile. Remember South Africa? Did you guys know about South Africa? The divestment movement and apartheid? They had to have a pass. You couldn't go nowhere unless you got a pass, just like in slave times. Right? Like schools, you have to have a pass to go to different places, right? But the right to mobility. And then the last one, the right to self-determination and autonomy. So this is a short list. You can also look at the Black Panther 10-point plan. All of these are rights and freedoms that were being fought for, and still in the 21st century, 2000 what? 19 being fought for. So that's why I call this political theater, because you're learning your history, you're learning your culture, you're learning about the civil rights movement, human rights, and how we've used art as a way to speak out, to speak up, and to change people, to educate, to heighten their awareness, or to fire them up to go take action. So I want to say thank you for coming to my... Yeah.
Do we have a good one getting on the bus, or no?
We have a good one.
Yeah, was that a good idea?
Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah.
They tried to say I didn't have a good idea.
Oh, no. Wait. What did the guest speaker just tell us? Everybody may not what? agree or believe in you, and they'll try to what?
Bring you down.
But you gotta hold on to your conviction, your value, your belief. Right? That's for real. Sometimes they can't see the vision you have. And you just have to help them, be patient with them. Yes? Yes. Cool.
Oh, see? Thank you.
Anybody else? Thoughts, questions, comments about your workshop?
I liked it.
Yes.
It was very interesting, and I learned a lot of new things.
Don't use the word interesting. It tells me nothing.
What?
Interesting how? Like, that it just is an empty word to me.
Interesting because of the context.
The context. Can you see this being a part of something you may have to do in your life?
Yes.
6 months from now, a year from now, 3 years from now in college. That's what it's intended to be. To practice a life skill that you're going to be called to do. For the rest of your life, you're going to have an opinion, to speak up, to stand up about different things, choices that are being made in the community for you, supposedly. Yes? Can you give yourself a hand? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, will you rubber band that for me? So when you opened your eyes, what did you think?
Oh, I thought you got shot.